Now Pankaj is getting ready for the very latest on the IDFC Shriram merger. You heard first from Mr. Parekh, and now Pankaj has got more details on the twists and the turns and the peaks and the turfs of which way the story is going to move and what has been the latest update between the two boards. And Pankaj, what is the latest update? I mean, the deal officially has been announced and there is this 90-day period which is currently on, but what is the update in terms of merger ratio, and should the shareholders of Shriram Transport be worried here?
Right, Nikunj, that's exactly what we can pick up. So firstly, this 90-day MOU which has been signed, which you heard first on our channel, is just an outer limit for the deal. The people on the deal seem to be working pretty fast, and 45 to 60 days is when the deal could likely be announced. Now, between that, there will be the results of the company. So only after the Q1 results are announced, you will get further details as to what are the further updates about this particular deal, but most likely should come in within about 60 to 70 days. In fact, much before 90 days is what we can pick up that, the deal could likely come in. Now, after announcing the MOU, if you look at Shriram Transport, that's the space where people are concerned about as to what's happening, why is it being merged into a holding company, and the stock has been a decently big underperformer. What I can pick up is that as the shareholders of Shriram Transport are unhappy, IDFC is considering an option to incentivize these shareholders. How will they incentivize it? Because this company is merging into a holding company, it's likely to get a higher premium so that the valuations remain broadly on the same point. What I can hear is it's going to be a 2-week average price plus about 15 to 20% sort of a premium that Shriram Transport shareholders will get. There's not so much concern about Shriram City Union Finance. That's why the premium that they get will be very, very marginal to merge into IDFC Bank versus what Shriram Transport shareholders will get. So what's the latest on this? That probably the team of IDFC is working towards giving slight bit of incentive towards Shriram Transport shareholders, because before they go to RBI with the entire approval, they will need an AGM approval as well from the minority shareholders. You go back and you look at the shareholding of Shriram Transport, it's one of the most widely held NBFC or any other major stock into our exchanges. If I just look at the data, Shriram Capital, which is the promoter, owns 26% stake. Mr. Piramal owns about close to 10%, slightly less than 10% actually. So that's the number that he holds. But apart from that, 489 foreign portfolio investors own close to 49.4% stake. So they need to be made happy. Some of the top holders, Government of Singapore, Oppenheimer, Abu Dhabi Investment, Vanguard. These are very well-known funds. They have always looked at a lot of mergers and acquisition opportunities. They are some of the holders. About 75 mutual funds own close to 2.4%, and 30 lakh individuals own greater than 2 lakh, about 0.85. So what I can pick up is that they are looking to intensify, largely give some incentive to shareholders of Shriram Transport Finance. Why? Because it's merging into a holding company, plus the shareholding pattern is very, very widespread. So they really need that AGM approval before this particular deal goes through.
So Pankaj, to take story forward, what your sources are telling you is that the Shriram Transport shareholders are unlikely to get a raw deal, because the concern is that if the existing business of Shriram Transport goes into IDFC Limited, then it will start trading at a holding company discount, and that explains why stock, I think, is down from 1100 to sub 1000, right?
Right, Nikunj, that's exactly the concern. There was also a con call that was held by the Shriram Group, and some of the concerns were just around this level, that why merge into IDFC Limited if you want to look at a separate business, the sort of business that you have, why not remain separate, why not remain listed separately? And for that they need that AGM approval. Shareholding is widespread, and there is that concern that once it goes into that, there will be some other businesses, some sort of other sum of part valuations that may come in, and probably Shriram Transport shareholders may lose out. So exactly as you said, that it's not likely to be a raw deal. If the MOU gets executed within the next 60-70 days, it's likely to be a premium from Shriram Transport, a little bit of premium for Shriram City Union, so that the shareholders are happy and they go ahead and approve this particular deal once you get the notices for the AGM.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.